Start recording. Streaming. Record. Alright. The hell? The hell? The hell? Got the wrong timeline. Alright, so I'm joining this game late. Ohio State's already up a touchdown. Oregon has the ball. It's their second possession of the game. In my college football 25 sim, Ohio State would totally blew out Oregon. That's because it was an exhibition. The game didn't really hold on. Details. Lost my train of thought. Yeah, so in the first half, it was a huge blowout already, but the starters stayed in the game because, like I said, it was set up as an exhibition. So the game logic didn't take into account fatigue and future games. I'm trying to set up the stream. So I just finished watching the Texas-Arizona game. Now as a classic. Texas doing Texas things in the season. Starting off really strong. 2 big plays. Going up 14. And then at the start of the first quarter, they're leading 24-8, but Arizona State came back. 2 touchdowns, 2 2-point conversions. Texas's kicker missing 2 field goals in the fourth quarter that would have won the game for Arizona. Well, the second one certainly, because that was at the end of regulation. Texas won the coin toss, deferred the first possession. Arizona got a touchdown in a 2-point conversion. Quinn Ewers on 4th and 13 with a touchdown pass. Do or die, and they got the 2-point conversion as well. And then at the top of the second overtime period, or inning, touchdown pass to Gunnar Helm. And they had to go for a 2-point conversion. They converted that. So it's 3 clutch completions for Ewers. And then Arizona State advanced the ball, but then a walk-off interception by Texas at the bottom of the second inning, as you'd call it in baseball, ended the game. So that's just a wrap-up of the Texas-Arizona game. All right, start a poll. Who wins? Let's see. Oh my God, these ads. 8:36. Well, halfway through the first quarter. Let's see here. Howard, 4-7. He's got 1 touchdown pass. Who is the receiver? Jeremiah Smith. He is superstar freshman. One rushing yard for Ohio State, a -1 rushing yard for Oregon. Happy New Year. Let's see here. So they did play earlier this season. Texas is going to play the winner of this matchup. I'm just going to look up. I know Texas and Ohio State are playing next season. Do they play this year? I can't even remember. Let's see. They played Michigan. And their game against South Florida was canceled. Wait. Okay, this is Google search result isn't very useful. Oh, bro. Okay, let's go to the official website. So I guess Texas is doing like a tour of the Big Ten. They were in Michigan this year, and I think they're going to be in Columbus at the start of next season. Alright. Discombobulated. Let's see here. Is my mic on? Check, check. Yeah. Am I recording the broadcast as well for the purpose of commentary and such, not to circumvent broadcasting licensees? The Buckeyes players with those famous stickers. Howard standing in the pocket, looks to his right, down the middle. Ibuka. Emeka Egbuka, 42-yard catch. Good throw. Good throw. 3 plays, 53 yards, 1 minute and 5 seconds of possession. Okay, let's see here. Shotgun formation. Jeremiah Smith, left slot. So safeties going to the corners. Egbuka right down the middle. Splits the 2 safeties. I think he had a... Yeah, nickelback trailing. Oh, wow. Bounces off the left forehand of the nickelback, and he still catches it. Well, he's bobbling it briefly. Buckeyes fans chanting Seven Nation Army. They're from Detroit, so if anything, it would be like a Michigan song or Michigan State song. Okay, Oregon gets the ball. 1st and 10, 7:31 left in the first quarter. So far, the game is kind of mirroring my college football sim. I think Ohio State had like 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. They're stud receivers. Jeremiah Smith was like a major. Okay, jet sweep or whatever you call it. A 1-yard gain. Oh, loss of a yard. It's a linebacker. Side to side. Third and long. 3rd and 8. Third and 7. Oregon with silver helmets. Empty backfield. 2 people in running motion toward the center. Tight ends in the traditional positions at the end of the line of scrimmage. That's a first down on the left side by the numbers. Players wearing sleeves. Some players. Neck gaiter, so it looks colder than you might expect. And off run left. It's a first down. If I'm Oregon, I'm not panicking. It's just 1 touchdown and you're right back in it. Penn State was up 14-0 yesterday, and they looked like they were going to run away with it, but they didn't. Long. Oh. Shot downfield, down the left. The ball hangs in the air. Hits the intended receiver in the... No, hits the cornerback's helmet. Receiver's trying to track the ball, but his momentum carries him out of bounds. Okay, shotgun formation, handoff to the running back. He runs right and loses 2 yards. Pair of linemen. So the right defensive end coming across the field to make the tackle. 3rd and 12. And okay. Clap. I don't know when it became like more commonplace, but quarterbacks they clap their hands. They don't like seem to use audible signals like hike or like verbal utterances. The clap is more common. I don't know when that became a thing. Line drive. Okay. Hits the ground, rolls out of the bounds inside the 10-yard line. I think Ohio State is like, certainly in recent years, like wide receiver university. Two stud receivers. All right, let's take a look at the stats. Commercial break. Will Howard, 6 of 9, 2 touchdowns, 294 passer rating. I think QB ratings are calculated differently in college compared to the NFL. Henderson, 5 and 7 yards rushing for Ohio State and Oregon, respectively. But Ohio State's got 165 passing yards to Oregon's 30. Let's check the comparison. Advanced stats. Oh yeah, there it is. Big plays. Plays of 15 plus yards. Wait, what? Okay, this is the number of plays of 15 yards or more. There's no like universal threshold for what constitutes a big play versus a huge play. I think the more common threshold is like 20 plus yards. But like, what would you call a play that's like 40 plus yards? Huge play? Alright. Penalties, the starters. Let's look at the starters. Can't click on their names, it just highlights their last name. I just follow casually, but fuck, dude. I know Howard, Agbuka, Smith, Sawyer on the defense. Pitch to Judkins. He runs up the left sideline for a gain of 5 yards. Second down. .319, 18, 17, 16, 15. Left in the first quarter. I think my broadcast is kind of weird. It slows down and it speeds up. Hand up at the middle. Judkins is tackled for a gain of 1 yard. Oregon's got green jerseys with yellow highlights, white pants. Okay, Howard drops back, looking to the left, downfield. Akbuku diving along the left sideline. 32. Oh, excuse me. What? That's Jeremiah Smith. Oh, yeah, he's number 4. The safety on that side was late to come over. Herb Street praising the cornerback, but the final 2 yards of the route, he looked for the ball, and that's the mistake, the relative mistake. Oh, Howard targeting Smith again. This time on a roll out to the right, but it goes over Smith's head. And he's going to take a breather, get a sip of Gatorade or whatever sports drink they're drinking. 3rd and 5, 1:36 left in the first quarter. Ohio State's in a shotgun. Formation 2, people run in motion. That's Igboku, the left slot. 4 receivers, running back to Howard's right. He steps back, throws over the middle. Igboku makes one guy miss, and he gets tripped up for a 15-yard gain up the middle. Commentary putting the linebacker on blast. He was in position initially to stop that passing route, but he shifted to his right when the receiver was coming to his left. All right. Igboku catching a breather. Okay. 2 halfbacks in the backfield. Slightly behind Howard. He's going to hand off to Judkins. Bounces off of one defender after running left. Five-yard gain. So that's the end of the first quarter. Wait, what? Okay, I need to make some modifications to the stream, but I'm not surprised that Ohio State is up early. Like, I knew they've got stud receivers, NFL talent. Let's check the sim. Let's see. The stream. I'm just checking my stream, the sim. Granted, skew 74-20. Okay, Ohio State had 27 points in the first quarter to Oregon 0. I wouldn't be surprised if the real game is like a toned down version of the slam. I don't see Ohio State putting up 74 points. Maybe half of that amount, 30 odd points, and then Oregon putting up 2 touchdowns maybe. All right. Man, that was crazy. In the Rose Bowl. Okay, 3rd and 5. Howard drops back. Look over the middle. Pass deflection. Looking for number 4. Two high safeties. They were 18 wide open had he waited maybe an extra second. But he's looking for the number 4, Boku. Field goal right down the middle. 46 yards. That's not a gimme. Ohio State's got a bookshelf of helmets behind the bench. Okay, so that was the first touchdown. I keep mixing up Jeremiah Smith and number 2, Ekbuka, compared to Terrell Owens, Julio Jones. True freshman. So Oregon Ohio State played October 12th, like 2.5 months ago. November, October. Yeah, 2.5 months ago. Safety comes down into the gap, wraps up the running back. Limiting the gain to 1 yard. Second and 7, 14 minutes, 20 seconds, 18, 17, 16. Two receivers out wide. Hand off to the running back. Cuts left. Gain of 1 yard, so it's 3rd and 6 coming up. Herbstreit pointing out most of these players on the defensive side of the ball for Ohio State have been there for 3, 4, 5 years, so they're not the free agent ringers that you hear about. Most of those players are on the offensive side of the ball. James runs right. Caleb Downs. That name sounds familiar. Did he play at Alabama last year? I'm going to check. Yeah, he did play for Alabama. A true sophomore. Third and 8. Ooh. Over the middle. Oh, to the left, but it's the middle of the field. 4th and 3. Fourth and 3. Ohio State calls a timeout. The teams go to their respective sidelines as the sky cam fades away. Caleb Downs, unanimous All-American this season. Second team last season. He was initially recruited by Ohio State before he committed to Alabama. I bet the retirement of Nick Saban played into his decision. He's got an older brother who plays in the NFL as a receiver. All right. Let's compare the two teams. Gabriel, pretty efficient. Nothing spectacular, though. 47 yards passing, 8 of 11. Will Howard, 8 of 13, but like 4 times as many passing yards, 2 touchdowns. Judkins, leading rusher for Ohio State, 17 yards on 5 attempts. But Ohio State, 2 receivers with 50-plus receiving yards already. Let's compare. For Texas fans, I think Ohio State is like the tougher matchup just because of those. They got good defense, veteran QB, 2 really good receivers. Oregon, they've also got a veteran QB. I don't know so much about their running game. Defense, I don't know either. I don't know if they had any like stars at the skill positions besides their quarterback. I mean, to Oregon's credit, they've beaten 2 of the teams in this CFP already, Ohio State and Penn State, but barely. Okay, 4th and 3. Gabriel standing in the pocket. He throws it to his right. Turnover on downs. Through the hands of the Ohio State receiver or defender. So Caleb Downs is a safety, but he almost plays like a linebacker. So Ohio State's defense has like what some people call like big nickel. It's like a nickel formation, but instead of a third cornerback, you have a third safety. Run inside the tackles to the right. To the right between the tackles for a gain of what? 3 yards. It's 5 yards. Play action. Howard plants his foot, aims downfield. Wide open is Jeremiah Smith. Chris Carter's happy. Oh, Chip Kelly's back at Oregon. Kirk Herbstreit subtly putting the defense on blast. Egbuka in motion from right to left. Oh, Chip Kelly with Ohio State. Oh, yeah, I think I remember hearing about that. He's the offense. Just putting Egbuka in motion from the right to the left really threw off the Oregon defense. Jeremiah Smith was totally untouched off the left slot. $43 yards. commercial. Damn, dude. What is with Oregon? Oregon quarterbacks ball out over the course of the season, but in big games, it kind of lay eggs. I mean, the game's not over, of course, but it seems like in recent history, that's the fate of Oregon quarterbacks. Marcus Mariota, Gabriel, Oregon QBs. Who was the Oregon quarterback when they lost to Auburn? When Cam Newton won the championship. Was that? Let's see here. Darren Thomas. I don't recognize that name. But it was closer than I thought. 22-19. List of the quarterbacks. Jalen Gabriel. Bo Nix. Well, he's doing pretty well with the Broncos. Anthony Brown, Tyler Show, Justin Herbert. I think he's doing okay with the Chargers. Marcus Mariota. I think he's a journeyman. Herb Street being pretty diplomatic. Be careful, pointing that he's not ripping on Oregon's defense or this free safety who's left on an island against Jeremiah Smith. Saying that an NFL free safety might not have been able to stop him on that. So I'm just letting everybody know right now that if you play man Wednesday, we're taking a shot. He said that 2 days ago. Yeah, Will Howard has been like on the money with his long passes. On the money consistently. Better than Quentin Ewers and Drew Aller. Like you could argue he's got two like NFL caliber receivers to throw to, but the throw still has to be good. Not underthrown, not overthrown, just right on the money. Oregon's down 24, 3rd and 4. 9.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Shotgun formation. Two receivers out wide. One to the left, two to the right. Gabriel is in the pocket. Flush rolls to his left, throws on the run. Caleb Downs. The receiver slips. Caleb Downs almost picks off the ball. Ohio State. From Florida, 6'3", 215. Second team All-American. The cousin of Geno Smith. Let's see here. Watching. Pretty cool. So let's look at the stats. 255 passing yards to 54. Rushing yards 26-12, but Ohio State's been killing Oregon through the air. For show. Jeremiah Smith, 2 touchdowns, 161 receiving yards on 5 catches. Targeted 8 times. Ibuka targeted 3 times, 3 catches. Gabriel, 9 of 14. Not terrible. But no touchdowns, no interceptions. Third down, 2 of 4 for Ohio State, 2 of 7 for Oregon. Let me check out the drives. I missed the first part of the first quarter because of the Texas-Arizona State game. Oh, so Ohio State got the ball to start the game. So it's going to be Oregon. Jordan James, running back. Walking to the locker room. Two offensive players. Okay, Ohio State running down the right side. He is going to be untouched. Travion Henderson, 66-yard rush down the right side. $30-0. Oh yeah, they play Tennessee. It's like not even 2 weeks ago, and I can't even remember who played who. Ohio State is looking good. Barring a total meltdown, they're going to be playing Texas. Counter. I appreciate how he just ran straight to the end zone. He didn't like pull up, showboat, didn't drop the ball before crossing the goal line. Usually the players who do that are like diva type players who don't score very often. So like DBs, linebackers, maybe. In some cases, receivers. I'm thinking like Deshaun Jackson back in the day. I'm just listening to the broadcasts. Oh, batted down. Who is that? Is that Sawyer? Yeah, it is Sawyer. Jack Sawyer. Two hands. The ball hits his right arm, then his left. A pump fake might have worked. Third and 12. 8 minutes left. Gabriel in the pocket. Rolls left. Caleb Downs. Number 2. Unanimous All-American. Hershey referred to Caleb Downs as the Jeremiah Smith of the defense. He's just that important. He's like the third safety. Okay, Ohio State. Run up the middle. First down. That's like 14 yards. 15 yards. Chip Kelly, offensive coordinator. Okay. 3 players running in motion. 2 tight ends and a halfback. Run to the outside along the right side, and he's pulled out of bounds. Okay. 3rd and 2nd. Ohio State is looking good. I think they might go all the way. Howard leans forward for the first down. My 2 favorite teams, I like Texas and Michigan, but I mean, I can respect Ohio State. I think Texas can beat Ohio State, but a lot of things have to go in Texas's favor. Some trickeration. Run a gain of 5 yards. Okay. Pass to the left. It's a first down. Lob to the right corner, near corner of the end zone. Second and 10, run up the middle. Okay, let's check Ohio State's. Ohio State 2024 football schedule. I mean, I say Ohio State looks untouchable, but they lost to Michigan. I mean, it seems obvious to say. They only put up 10 points. That was in Ann Arbor. You could say that the Cotton Bowl is going to be a home game for Texas. Of course, the Ohio State lost to Oregon in the middle of October by 1 point. Akron, Western Michigan, Marshall. Beat Nebraska by 4 points. Also, they did play Penn State earlier this year, and they won by a touchdown. Looks like there's a gentle breeze coming into the broadcast booth for ESPN. It's bright and sunny, but pretty cloudy if you're an Oregon player or fan or staff member. The kick goes out of the end zone. Some shenanigans after the kick. Kirk Herbstreit is pointing out that Oregon hasn't even crossed midfield yet. Man. I know Texas is probably celebrating their win, but I'm sure their staff are watching this game. Watching the first meeting between these teams earlier this year, the Penn State game certainly. The game against Michigan, like what is the play to stop Ohio State? Does Texas have the coverage? Oh, excuse me. Does Texas have the secondary to minimize Jeremiah Smith and Igbuka? I mean, Texas really got by the skin of their teeth. I think Wisner's been good when he's good. I think you say the same for Texas's run game. Like when they're good, they're good. Like 292 yards against Clemson, but like 30 yards against Georgia in the SEC championship. I don't know how many yards they had a game against Arizona State. But they also struggled in the first game against Georgia. We have one vote for Ohio State. 34-0. So again, in my simulation, Ohio State won 74-20. So if Ohio State gets like a field goal and then Oregon gets a touchdown and a field goal, it'll be exactly half of what the simulation predicted. Cray. Okay, let's see. So we're at the 2-minute warning or 2-minute stoppage. Man. I think Howard's looking like All-American in this game, but he wasn't so hot against Michigan or Penn State necessarily. And Texas's defense is really good. It was pretty cold. They played in Ann Arbor, but that won't really be much of an issue with Cotton Bowl. Empty backfield, Oregon, 3rd and 5, 2 minutes left in the first half. Caleb Downs backs off into coverage. Gabriel rolls to his right. He finds his tight end along the right for the first down. Shotgun. Halfback to his right. He rolls to his left, stops, looks downfield, and overthrown by a good 5 yards. The Buckeyes corner giving a cushion. Herbstreit saying the DB's not wanting to let people get behind him. Okay. Rolling left. And he turns around. He is triple teamed for a sack of 6 yards. Defensive tackle pushing back the offensive lineman, not allowing Gabriel to step up into the pocket. That forced him to roll and spin to the outside. Okay. Gabriel looks right, then left. He sees Holden. 44 yards down the left sideline. Okay. Oh. Swing to the right. Open field tackle. Gain of 4 yards. Timeout, Oregon. 16 seconds left in the quarter. Yeah, jump pass. How tall is he? He doesn't look short. How tall is Dylan Gabriel? 5'11", so he's not. I thought he was like 6'2" or something, so a little bit on the shorter side. Okay, Gabriel running back to his left, man in motion. On the outside to the right, Gabriel in the pocket, rolls to his left. He's going to tuck and run. Runs out of bounds, short of the first down. 3rd and 1. Imagine if Oregon came back to win. Up the middle, he gets clocked. 2 seconds left. Another relatively younger coach. I think Oregon's going to get the ball to start the second half. Big nickel. Okay, so live stats kind of spoils my broadcast. Ohio State's going to call a timeout. Timeout. If Oregon somehow comes back, I think Ryan Day really has to go. Not that I would call for someone's job, but I can. That would be an epic meltdown. But the Ohio State defense, they are first red zone percentage and touchdowns allowed on the defensive side. All right, let's go. Okay. Graber looks to his left, then right, stands up. Is he going to run? He throws. Oh, here we go. Dart down the middle. Yeah, for sure. The paint on the end zone is confusing. College rules, you just need 1 foot in bounds. The Ducks are going to go for 2. Empty backfield until running back runs in motion. Gabriel again. Down the middle, at the back of the end zone. Okay. $34-8. And they do get the ball to start the second half. Dan Lanning. Second largest deficit. 26 points. Down 46 2 years ago to Georgia. That was really impressive. On the touchdown throw, he was like shifting around, ran up. I thought he was going to try to like lunge for the touchdown, but no, he kept his body ready to throw. So 34-8 at halftime. I'm actually kind of rooting for Oregon now. All right. All right. BRB for the second half. All right, let me just take a look at halftime. 390 total yards offense for Ohio State. 139 for Oregon. Only 13 yards rushing for Oregon. But they've been behind for quite some time, so that's understandable. Gabriel, 15 of 23 for 126 yards, 1 touchdown, 65% pass completion. Will Howard, 11 of 18, 269 yards, 3 touchdowns. Completion percentage is only 61%, but I'm sure he'd take the 26-point lead. Jeremiah Smith, certainly the star of the game so far. 161 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns. But Ohio State, Oregon's going to get the ball to start the second half. If they score, get a stop, and another score, like they are, I wouldn't say in the game, but certainly if I'm a Ohio State fan, I'd be sweating. All right. Halftime. All right, kickoff. Second half. Excuse me. Jordan James, leading rusher for Oregon, out of the game, according to reports. One of these receivers is out as well. Eating popcorn. Third and 22. What the deuce? So I think the broadcast I'm watching is like a couple minutes behind. £335 defensive lineman chasing down a running back in the backfield. So this is going to be a sack. Gabriel. Sacked by Sawyer. Loss of 12 yards. Beats the right tackle. Third and 22. He gave up 496 yards on October 12. Gabriel scrambling to his left, throws on the run. Oh, that was so close. Fourth and 1, and they're going to go for it. And it's going to be a run up the middle for a yard. And the conversion. Read option. Oh, it lowers his shoulder. Lowers his head. Oh, he bowls over Caleb Downs. He's not really tall, Dylan Gabriel, but he's stoutly built. Okay, Gabriel drops back, bouncing. Crossing route over the middle. 17 yards. Okay, let's... Okay, my stream was like behind. Now it should be up to speed. 11:32. Okay, now my broadcast is like faster than the live stats page. Okay, 3rd and 5. 11 minutes, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3. Running back to his right. Receivers out wide left. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Over the middle. $15 yards. Okay, Holden's still in the game. Oh, good job. One-armed cradling. Man in motion from the right to the left. Left slot. Gabriel, play fake. Oh, he's rolling to his left. He's a left-hander. On the run. Oh, inside the 5-yard line. Okay, 1st and goal, 9:47. Hand up the middle, falls forward. Second and goal. Who's calling the timeout? That's Oregon with the timeout. The broadcast shows 8:58 left. Live stat shows 9:01. A real sense of urgency. Just quick throws. I will say that Gabriel is pretty poised. He's kind of like Levitt, but more polished. Levitt, Leavitt. I can't remember his name. There's his Arizona State quarterback. He's really shifty in the pocket and outside of the pocket. Good athleticism, but Gabriel is like shifting, but he's looking to throw. 20 of 28 completions. Six of 13 third down conversions. Gabriel, something like 60 plus start. I was distracted by a commercial. Where was I? I was pretty poised. Just Ohio State's front line is so dominant. Gabriel can't really make plays from his starting position. He's got to like shift or roll out and reset his feet. I think it's part of it because he's kind of shorter. He's 5'11". That's his listed height. So maybe he's more inclined to like move out of the pocket or move his feet. Change his viewing and throwing angles because he's shorter. Ohio State's red zone defense really good. Maybe better than Texas. Hand off, running up the middle. And it's a touchdown. Whoa. So 3 down linemen. They double team the nose tackle. The safety comes down to try to cover the gap, but not in time. Eleven plays, 75 yards. That's the first touchdown that Ohio State has surrendered in the third quarter this season. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, they went for 2. They went for 2 after the first touchdown, so they're, what, 19? Still 3 possessions. Another commercial break. Two votes. Somebody actually voted for Oregon. That would be like epic. I don't really watch a lot of Big Ten football, but both Penn State and Michigan held Ohio State to like less than 21 points. Michigan held them to 10 points. Man. Obviously, Will Howard's a ringer brought in this year. I'm just going to look up his career stats. Will Howard played for Kansas, if I'm not mistaken. Kansas State. Redshirt senior. Good size. 6'4", 235. Let's see. So he was 8-4 last year at Kansas State. First career is 63.2%. This year at Ohio State, 73. Pass completion, but I guess this season is more predictive of how he might do. But career-wise, still kind of low on the lower end, 63%. Okay, let's go. Let's check it. Student tickets. It's a long kick. Bounces. Fair catch. Ikbuka. When did people start like calling fair catch on kickoffs? Like punt returns, yeah, that's been around for a while. Like punts, but kicks. I guess maybe that's part of the all those rules implemented to make kickoffs safer for everybody. But that's something I've just noticed this season. Okay. Hand off to the running back. He goes up the middle between the tackles. 3-yard gain. Oregon fans on their feet, most of them. The green side of the field, the stadium. Empty backfield. Running back comes in motion. Play fake. Ooh. Kabuka. What are you doing, man? Don't taunt. That was really risky. Number 7, the corner. He tackles Ibuka, but then he stands over him. Ohio State, 4 touchdowns. 4 drives, resulting in touchdowns with 3 plays or less. Oh, there we go. That's a big play. Big play. Howard was forced to his left out of the pocket. Fair catch. At the 30. Oh, the 25. And another commercial. There should be like a time limit on the commercials. Like, there's been a few instances with a broadcast where it comes back from a commercial, but like the play's already started and you almost missed the big play. Let's take a look. Will Howard. 10 rushing touchdowns this season. That's a lot. 4.3 average. He's good as a runner, but like, how is he good throwing on the move? That's maybe a stat that could be like tracked. Like in video games, quarterbacks have ratings for accuracy or being able to throw on the move. But there's no such, like, not ratings, but stats that kind of convey that in real life. Super Ball. Licks. LAX 59. February. Gabriel. Oh, wow. The check down to the right. Tips the ball. Okay. Second and 10. Man in motion from the right to the left. Gabriel looking left. Up to, and he's not able to escape the sack. Sawyer. 7-yard sack. Caleb Downs playing. Kind of like a short safety, deep middle linebacker position. 3rd and 17. I already know what it's going to sack. Okay, let's see here. He drops back. Steps up. Running to his left and sacked. Interesting stat. Gabriel sacked 13 times. So like 1 per game coming into this game, but he's been sacked 4 times today. We'll check the stacks. Another commercial. Let's see here. Sawyer. Where is he? 2 sacks, 2 tackles for loss, 2 passes. Oh, that's BR up. BR up. Hold on. Pass breakups. I guess that's like deflections. Caleb Downs with 3 of them. But what counts as a pass breakup? Like if it goes off your hand and then someone catches it anyway, does that count as a pass breakup? It's kind of rare, but it does happen. Will Howard's only 12 of 20 passing. Granted, 3 of those completions have been for touchdowns. And those 12 completions have total 273 passing yards. Gabriel, 20 of 29. 1 touchdown, no interceptions, but he's been sacked 4 times. Will Howard, lob throw. Is that a completion? Good stop. Pass to the right sideline for a gain of 1 yard. Third and 8, 4:30, 4:28, 27, 26. Shotgun. 3 receivers spread left. 1 right. Running back to Howard's right. He drops back, looks to his right, to Smith. Lower body tackle, but he gets the first down. Man in motion, wide left. Howard fakes the handoff. Looks to his right. Lob to Smith again. Smith goes up. Reaches up as he's falling backward. Gets his left foot down. Well-deserved break. 3rd down conversion and 1st down, and then another 1st down. Run left side. Judkins. Oh, he's gonna. Oh, looked like a face mask. He seemed to raise his hand. Knew. A 10-yard penalty. It was only 10 yards, though. I thought personal fouls were 15 yards. Okay. Pistol formation. Running back. Howard's under center. Running back like 5 yards behind him. The toss or sweep. And he's going to run to the near left corner. $40-15. PAT is good. 41-15. 2:19 left in the third quarter. Is that another face mask? This is 47th career touchdown, third in Ohio State history. I wonder who's 1 and 2. I think Chris Fowler said he passed Eddie George. Sixth-year senior. Okay, pass left. Run to the outside. Okay, I'm going to say Archie Griffin and Ezekiel Elliott. Those are my 2 picks. I'm going to assume. Okay, who are they? Archie Griffin is 1. Yeah, got that right. No, that's rushing attempts. Rushing touchdowns. Career rushing touchdowns. Pete Johnson and Keith Byers. Wait. If that's 47. Well, this... looking at the Wikipedia, so it's not necessarily up to date. So if Henderson's got 47, he'd be number 2 behind Pete Johnson. Three rejections. Sawyer comes off the field. Third and 2. Pistol formation. Gabriel steps up, goes left, but he's tackled from behind. Loss of 2 yards. Running back. Not doing so great with that pickup. Fair catch. Yeah, I guess that's like a modern trend. Not everyone does it, but like punters will take the snap and then they'll take 2 or 3 steps to the side of their kicking side. Howard under center, running back. Turns around, hands it off to Judkins to the right. First down, but there's flags. Well, that's the end of the third quarter. Just listening to Herbstreit talking about Howard's dealing with the Michigan loss, I guess it was. That was a big loss. Merrick. Okay, let's. Alright, let's check the stats. 448 total yards for Ohio State, 217 for Oregon. Minus 10 rushing yards, but that comes with being down by so much. 147 rushing yards, 48 rushing yards for Ohio State. Pretty good third down conversion rate for Oregon, but again, you're down by 26 points. Close to 4 touchdowns. Let's see here. I mean, no surprises. Will Howard, nothing spectacular. Well, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Jeremiah Smith balling out. 7 receptions, 187 receiving yards. Henderson, 4 attempts, 81 yards. 2 touchdowns. That's the offensive side. Freak. Defensively, how many sacks? 1. Can I lock? I can't. 5 total sacks. Sawyer with 2. Plus 3 pass breakups. All these commercials. Ohio State's stats by quarter. Oh, he was talking about his clock management at the end of the Oregon game. Oregon. Check their stats. Howard steps up. Oh, and he gets smacked. At what point do you like sub out your starters? You're up by 26. Fair caught in midfield. I think an injury to Holloway or Smith or Boku would be disastrous. Alright. Man, all these commercials. Man. Scoring. What the trickeration? Second and 10 at midfield. 13:30. There's Caleb Downs. So basically, he's the deepest safety. Throw to the left, and he comes up. Actually, no, that's not him, but he's in a position to make a tackle. Third and 4. Empty backfield. Gabriel gets hit as he throws, but he finds his tight end on the right side. Gabriel running to his left. He's going to throw it out of bounds. Quick throw to the left. Makes a guy miss. Falston reaches forward as he gets taken to the ground. Empty backfield. Gabriel looking to his right. Switches left. Now his right. He's going to run up. Changes his mind from behind. Who is that? Tough. 4th and 11. 11, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17. Gabriel in the pocket, throws to his right. Receiver, 2 cuts inside, makes 2 people miss. Gets the first down. Empty backfield. 5 wide receivers. Gabriel's looking to his right. Oh, too hard, I guess. Goes off his receiver's hands. Looked like it was up for grabs. Yeah, maybe too much juice there. Okay. Gabriel looking to his left, looks to his right. He takes off running. Oh, pitches to the right to his running back. Tries to hurdle, but just gets shoved out of bounds on the right sideline. Yeah, that was nice pitch. So they're reviewing that play. Yeah, so that was past the line of scrimmage. It looked like it was a backward pass, so it should be legal. Players under review. Five votes. Okay, I should end the poll now. 10 minutes. I forgot to end the poll. One person actually picked Oregon. (10-14). So it looks like Ohio State's going to win. Again, they're playing a road game. We could argue the Rose Bowl is a road game because they're traveling farther than Oregon. But Cotton Bowl is for sure a road game in the sense that it's a home game, or more of a home game for Texas. Ohio State is looking really good. But again, they have 2 losses. And in both those losses, Will Howard made mistakes. So if you're the Texas defense, try to force Howard into mistakes. He's got 2 really good receivers and a good running back. Try to get him to like move out of the pocket to his left. And then on offense, you got to watch out for Caleb Downs, Jack Sawyer. Golden really balled out today against Arizona State. I'm sure they're going to have Caleb Downs helping out. Oh, illegal forward pass. Oh. Third and 13. Gabriel. Twinkle toes over the middle. Touchdown. (27 yards). Okay, they're still down 20 points. Direct snap. Oh, and he does not get it. I've noticed like people are wearing like shoulder pads with branded back plates. So their back plates are showing. But they're branded with the team identity, so it's not like them advertising. I don't imagine the NCAA allowing that. Unless it's like organization wide, like the way the NHL does and the NBA does. Run up the middle. Actually, not up the middle, to the outside. Left side. 18 yards. I notice people with like colored mouth guards that they don't actually wear. Pistol formation. Man goes in motion from the right to the left. Or, yeah, left to the right. It's a tussle for gain of 1 yard. And around. Oh. From right to left, up the middle. Well, not up the middle. Off right tackle. Low snap. Hurdles one diving defender. Another one comes in from his right. Tackles him. Pistol formation. Man in motion from the left to the right. Fakes the handoff. Howard runs and slides. I think there might need to be like some kind of universal hand signal that quarterbacks make. Kind of like returners calling a fair catch. Otherwise, you have like you're gonna have people like Trevor Lawrence getting clocked when they slide, or people like Mahomes faking a slide. $41-21. Third and 9. 6:20. Howard drops back over the middle. Incompletion. Oh, touchback. The announcing team already looking ahead to the matchup between Texas and Ohio State. A pair of really good matchups. Of course, that memorable 2005 season, that was like in Columbus. Vince Young and company. I think it was a touchdown late that won the game. Then they would go on to like run the table, capping off that season in the Rose Bowl against USC. That's like still the best college football game I've ever watched live. And then the year after, they played in Austin. I think Ohio State won. Ted Ginn Jr. was on that team. All right, let's check the stats. .486 total yards. Okay, that's kind of padded. I don't know who has the better quarterback, Ohio State or Texas. I think Quinn Ewers is kind of inconsistent, especially his long ball. The announcers, bad game, Jesse Palmer in particular, pointing out that his deep balls tend to be underthrown. But he makes clutch plays when he needs sometime. Well, most of the time. Well, I wouldn't say most of the time, but more than once he's made clutch plays in the times that I've seen Texas play this season. He's got some mobility. He's good at checking down. And Howard's kind of the same way. He can, like, run if you need to. They're both around the same size. Ohio State's got the better receiving core. I think Texas would be like even with them if their receivers were healthy. But they've had injuries. Defensively, like, they're pretty even, Ohio State and Texas. Really good in the red zone. I think Ohio State's got a better rushing game. Texas has had good running performances, but today and the two losses against Georgia, really anemic rushing performances. Oh, they do not overturn that call. Throwing up. Heaves it downfield to the right. What's with these linemen wearing shorts that are like too short? I guess just riding up. I don't know if they're cutoffs or they're just like just rising at their trunk. It's a penalty, intentional grounding. Okay, live stats again ahead of the broadcast. Sacked. 7 yards. I wonder if that's like a base defense in college football 25. If not, I expect it to be in 26. Like a big nickel package. I guess you could do like formation subs. Just get a nickel formation and then put a safety in the nickel. Well, that's different because the nickelback is like covering the slot receiver, but Caleb Down plays. He's like sometimes like a third safety in the backfield, but sometimes it's like higher up behind where a linebacker would be. Run up the middle. Yeah, I would like sub everybody out. It's like there's less than 4 minutes left to go. We're up by 20. Nah. Howard under center. One and two all time against Texas. Their last win. Oh, their last matchup was 2009 Fiesta Bowl. Texas won 24-21. It's a 2-minute stoppage. More or less 500 total offense yards for Ohio State. Minus 26 rushing yards for Oregon. Five votes. What? I don't want to talk on that one person who voted for Oregon. I was kind of rooting for Oregon after the first quarter, but Ohio State was just too dominant today. I think Ohio State is the lower seed, the lower ranking. Identical records, right? 2 losses each. Texas losing twice to Georgia. They played an extra game, I think, though, because they played in the SEC championship. Looking ahead to the Cotton Bowl. I'm rooting for Texas, but if I'm betting, I would actually favor Ohio State. Just because of the injuries to key players on the offensive line and the defensive line, I think. Well, I think their starting left tackle got back into the game toward the end, Calvin Banks Jr. I know that their starting right tackle was out of the game. On defense, they have some top players. They've got the Thorpe player. I guess he's a safety. Barron. But yeah. 2nd and 9. That's an interesting point brought up by Kirk Herbstreit. Yeah. Russ versus Russ. Boise State losing. Arizona State losing. Oregon losing. They all won their conferences and they all had the first round byes. That's it. The credit of Boise State and Arizona State, they caught up. They made a game of it, even though they ended up losing toward the end or at the end. Oregon. They won 2 close games. Did Oregon, Ohio State, and then Penn State in the Big Ten championship. .52 seconds left. 4th and 13. Punt. Well, he usually balls out in college football. I'm on road to glory. My team played against him, and he was the player of the game. Both those matchups. Wait, did they... Wait. Oh, the Michigan game was in Columbus, right? Hold on. I thought it was in Michigan. They are looking good. Congratulations, Buckeyes and their fans. Really impressive. Who's the player of the game? Jeremiah Smith for sure. 7 catches, 187 yards, 2 touchdowns. Didn't score in the second half, but he didn't need to. And minus 23 rushing yards, Oregon. Texas is going to have to like run the ball and run the ball well. And they can limit the Ohio State offense the way that Michigan and Penn State had done. All right. Ryan Day doesn't really want to think about Texas right now. Just enjoy the victory. Congrats. I'll type it as well. Congrats, Buckeyes, Ohio State, and their fans. Thanks for tuning in. I'll follow the stats for tomorrow's Sugar Bowl. Alright. Happy New Year, everybody. If we don't connect later in the near future. Happy New Year.